Let us pray. Lord, these conversations get harder and harder every time. Just know that I'm trying. Father God, accept Brother X with open arms, because every second he spent on this earth was dedicated to you. Even when it was taboo, he always shouted the truth. He fought his demons and inspired the masses, to the point that each prayer he uttered seemed like master classes in faith. To see our brother again, I know we gotta wait. Lord, we're not perfect on this planet of sin, but we know you love us and forgive us, so it's impossible not to win. Believe you me, X believed until his last breath. Every loss has us asking, how much do we have left? But I'm just a man and I'm trying to understand that it's all part of this plan and that death is temporary. We can't wait to see you again. We miss you, dog, and I hope I've made it all the way clear. You know who we be, and we'll always be right here. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Hey, yo, what's going on? It's Deadass Dope Podcast coming at you live. We got Jay in the building, Nee's in the building, Kelly in the building. What's happening to y'all?
So we're referring to ourselves in third person now?
I love it.
All right.
You gotta acknowledge. You gotta acknowledge your presence.
We had to basically chime in and take over Kelly's spot. Did you already say what episode this is? 141.
141.
141. Let's get it.
41 was good. What's
Did
the
you miss us?
Vibras? No.
You did. I could tell in your eyes when I walked through the door you missed me.
Well,
can
again,
see
we get
it in your
excited.
eyes.
Y'all don't know this, but we already filmed. We filmed the episode last week, and that bitch got corrupted, so it's a dub. So we're still here, but them numbers, y'all still ran them numbers up though for the previous. So we appreciate that. It's as if we weren't. You know what I mean? We ain't go nowhere.
We love y'all. Whenever you miss a week, just listen to the old ones.
Yeah, we
You know?
I just love the voices,
time,
man.
you
Just
know?
chime in.
It never
Let us
gets
know.
old.
But I mean, we're gonna
Just in
continue to
case.
put out content. We'll let y'all know what's going on. We're gonna be active. So
No.
just keep tuning in, loving us. Hey, this man.
Right, and
She
if
said
we
no.
miss an episode on Deadass of the podcast, y'all already know.
Hold us
Hi, Eric.
responsible at us. Say something. Be like,
Or
yo,
go
we
listen
miss
to
y'all.
my podcast. Sorry if I offend you, which airs every Monday.
Look at this one
Love the
All right,
plug.
plug
Got a
that in.
plug.
Thank you.
with the cheap plug, the cheapest of plugs. Yeah. So we're here. We spoke about a lot of real stuff last week, but it's out of out of pocket, out of line. Not much was going on this week. We was talking about before, but this whole DMX situation happened on Saturday, and that
Right.
fucked my whole situation up. Everybody's whole situation up.
Yeah, it's a heavy heart. It's a heavy heart. Yeah, he told us in chat, but I had seen it and I was sick. But the thing that's starting to become a little misconstrued, kind of throwing everyone off, is the misinformation that everyone is releasing out there. It's not even the truth. So who here knows what's really the circumstance right now?
Nobody.
I don't
Nobody.
think anybody knows because, I mean, his lawyer's coming out with false information. I think
No way.
everyone's so quickly jumping to try to give the media something to talk about or give the media some type of knowledge of whatever is going on just so that they know that they're not even waiting and sitting back to see what happens. And in a case like this, when it comes to he had a seizure, so that led into him going into a coma right now.
He had a heart attack.
He had a heart attack, and he's in a coma currently.
In
but
his
with
own
things
life.
like that, it can either go really well or it could go really bad, and it fluctuates a lot of the times, and you just really never know. So it's important to keep prayers up, be patient, and just let God do his job. But I think the media is not letting people do that. I think it was amazing, though. They had like a whole, what is that called?
Like a vigil?
Visual. But I thought that was when
Like a
they...
prayer service?
Yeah, but I didn't know exactly if that was the proper term for it because he's not passed. But I thought that was cool.
It's like a boost of spirit just outside of the hospital. But you know what I think is kind of corny, though, is like knowing that he's a prominent figure in just hip hop itself and just in general. He's like one of the staples. And now that he's in the know, he's just the topic of DMX is so well spoken about. Anybody's going to push out just anything because it makes him relevant and it makes their views go up. So of course now we're just hearing that everyone's putting out information that has nothing to really even do with the truth, or if that, it's just kind of corny to me. It's just like, oh, I mean, it is corny, you know. I mean, just basis. I'm just not trying to say maybe one of them have their sources correct and somebody else is just like, oh, you know, maybe that's not the real source. But just in general, like, it's a very soft situation, really wholeheartedly soft situation for anybody to just put out anything and just got everyone riled up. And they're like, yo, that's not even the truth. So it's major corny for me.
It's 100% people. It's the same thing we say whenever some tragedy happens, like Kobe and Gigi.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody wants to, whatever outlet it is, not even outlet, people think that they're the fucking news outlets and shit these days, but they try to run with whatever. If they have a different story, they heard something, quote unquote, they run it with it. Like you said, the attorney said something, that shit was false. They said he had COVID-19 the other day, that was false.
That's crazy.
There's just so much misinformation. That's why you brought up that I tweeted the other day. I'm like, yo, like, it's too much misinformation going on out there. How about y'all just relax? Don't try to be first and just pray for the dog. Just because this isn't no degular shit going on. He's a big part of our culture. And like the day it happened, literally a couple minutes after it happened, the news broke. I had a break in between my day on Saturday. And I literally came here and I recorded like my first reactions. I just sat here and I was just talking. It was regular shit, what he meant to me, what he means to the culture and all that. And at that time, I was like, yo, I don't think he gonna make it, you feel me, past today. And I was getting super emotional. Like, I just wanted to get my initial thoughts out, like, just to have it. I'm probably not gonna put it out, but like, just in that moment, some more information came out. And then that's false. And I'm like, yo, just stop this nonsense.
Yeah, just keep it quiet. Just do what you gotta do. Keep prayers up. I mean, at this point,
think about the family. You know
that's
exactly
essentially the same thing.
I wanted to bring up.
Because a lot of this is still, bullshit.
I was gonna say how basically the news broke about Kobe and Gigi on TMZ before it even got to Vanessa. That was disrespectful. So imagine how his family feels hearing all this false news, especially from the lawyer too, because it's like, what if they see that? Because nowadays most people are in the internet. What if they see that shit? They're probably running to the hospital trying to figure out what the fuck is going on if they're not already there, or calling nurses and getting stressed out and giving themselves a hard time because they're not on top of it. They think other people are already in the business before they even know it. Yeah. So
it's rough,
heartbreaking.
Man. But you're right though. That just seeing the outpour like on social media and all that. Keep it a stack. I didn't know like how far it was gonna go. Yo, everybody was showing love to X, bro.
I mean,
still showing love.
He had the world at his concert.
It's true.
Only guy to ever do that. Like,
it's true.
That's
but
what it looked like.
The reason why I say that is because when he came back, people didn't show him the same love. That's what got me tight.
Right.
Like he came back. He went into the last time he went to rehab, I think was 2019. He came out, I think like mid to late 2019, and then he was dropping new music. That's when he was talking with Swiss, and he did Drink Champs, and he's out here. He did the verses with Snoop. Like so much shit going on. He did get love. Don't get me wrong, but it's like when something like this happens, now the whole feed is just flooded with this shit. Why didn't you show him that love when he was coming back, bro? Like,
that's how it always happens. People don't love you till you're gone.
Well, yeah, you're more valuable gone than you are alive.
Somebody said that the other day. I forgot who it was, and it's fake true. It's crazy when you think about it like that. That your property, whatever you have, whatever you make creatively, is more important. Like once you pass, that's crazy.
Because you can't make more of it.
Well, also people are like, oh yeah, he was dope. Yeah, you should have realized that when I was here.
And like, everyone's a bandwagon too.
I will say though, prayers up, and I really hope he makes a strong recovery. And if he does, he's coming back to everybody playing his shit. I hope he gets, all the revenue from all of that, stays relevant. People continue to worry about him. That's the only positive I will say that's really coming out, because a lot of people are playing his music. Yeah. They're playing all his old shit. So
they were doing donuts in front of the in the motorcycles in front of the hospital over there. They even had like the nurses throwing up the X.
Yeah, the X with the cross fingers. Yeah, crazy.
That shit was dope. It's just a whole lot of outpouring for him, man, and hopefully, because apparently it's been a grave situation, quote unquote, this whole time. But hopefully, by the time y'all hear this, we haven't gotten the bad news. But right now, he's still with us. He's still surviving. It's just looking rough, man. And then you go back, people not understanding like how long they think that he got saved like a couple years ago, bro. Like since his first album, he's been doing prayers and having those sort of themes in his music. Cause like me growing up, bro, like that was prime when he first dropped his first album. I was probably like in second grade. So just moving around the city, just walking around, going to school, whatever the case is, coming home, you hear it. You hear it on Hot 97. You hearing all this shit. You hear people playing it around the block, so it becomes a part of you. And as you grow, you start to understand this music that I heard as a kid. I'm like, oh, like now I'm going through shit, so I relate to it. You know, like where we from, we from Harlem, so it's like you flashy, you know what I mean? You talk your shit, you talk about the cars, the clothes. DMX from Yonkers, from a different part, he was gully, you feel me? Just straight from the dirt, just dirty. And when you come up in that, it's like, yeah, I feel that, bro. Like he was a part of us, and he is a part of us. And also, we seen him go through ups and downs, bro. He was the biggest artist ever. Like you said that he had the whole world at that concert at Woodstock, like '99 or some shit like that.
Yeah, at one point he was huge.
I think the stat is like he's like the first either artist or rapper. I forgot what it is, but I think his first 2 or first 3 albums all go like double platinum, multi-platinum.
That's crazy.
And
the love is real.
You know, the peaks and the valleys, him going through his drug shit, very transparent throughout all of it, bro. So you think about it, that's like your uncle or some shit.
Of
like,
course.
Part of the family, like, yo, we love you. We know you're going through your shit. Just come on, like, you know, we holding you down. Let's do it. So when that shit happened, that's how it felt to me. I'm just like, damn, Unc.
Right.
Like them demons.
Them demons
They'll
will
come
get
get
you.
you.
It's crazy. And just like I watched the Breakfast Club, I'm not changing the subject, but I watched the Breakfast Club interview with Rod Wave. As we spoke about, you guys didn't hear this because it was part of our episode that actually got scratched. But part of that episode, we talked about mental health in the rap business. And Kelly brought up how Rod Wave had an interview with Breakfast Club, and he just seemed really sad. He's making great music. Soulfly?
Soulfly, yeah. Keep him on. The album's out.
And that shit's like #1 right now. Shout out to St. Pete. But basically, he just, I went back and I listened to it, and I looked at his face, and I'm like, damn, you could see the hurt in him as he's talking. You could see the sadness, and it is when stardom gets thrown at you. And you know, DMX didn't go through stardom getting thrown at him, but he went through his entire life going in and out of stardom, people judging you, you know, going through his drug issues, going to rehab, coming back, you know, obviously spiraling, things like that. That all affects you, and it really makes you feel like you have absolutely nobody. So look out for our rappers. Like, pray for these people who are in the spotlight. And before you say something too negative, imagine yourself being told this.
Yeah. I'm glad you went back,
because good music, like
in the moment I wanted I think wanted to play a clip here. I should have actually, but you could just tell the way he's speaking, the tone of his
Rod
voice,
Wave.
his body language. But yeah, Rod Wave, he's on top of the world right now musically, and it's like he said it himself. He said, "Yo, I didn't ask for any of this, but you know I'm here. You know, you take the good with the bad." And there's a whole bunch of instances in that interview where like he's saying some shit, and I'm like, yo, bro, this boy is depressed.
You can hear it in his voice because it's a little shaky. It's not like it's a strong voice. He's talking clearly. It's like emotional.
And you think about it, to my knowledge at least, I think that's like one of his first real big interviews, like on a major format, you know, with Power 105. So of course you're gonna have the nerves and all that, but this was different. So that's a fact. Like and you listen to the album, bro. Like he puts it all in the music. And I know a couple episodes ago we kind of joked around and all that, just about, you know,
how sad he raps,
Mr. Sad Boy music and all that. We were talking about Green Light was fire and all that. But it's true, man. Like if that's what he's going through, you can hear it in the music. He's hitting notes. He's hitting like different melodies I haven't heard him hit before. And I'm like, yo, this is
that's
dope.
what we heard with DMX. And people wonder why he got on drugs.
Yeah.
Like, did you listen to his music? If you go through life like that, a lot of times people do turn to drugs, especially if you feel like you don't have a person or people to get you out of that mind or to, you know, talk to about the shit you've been through in life. You turn to drugs to make you feel better, especially to deal with being happy in front of a shit ton of strangers that are judging you at all times. And if one person is doing drugs, fuck it, I'm going to do drugs. Everybody takes drugs differently. Like their bodies adjust differently. That's why there's such things as drug addicts and then people that just do drugs.
Yeah,
there is a
like
difference.
moderately.
Literally. I know a lot of people downtown, and obviously I ain't gonna say no names, but a lot of people, people in that industry, they do coke all the time. I'm not kidding. They do coke all the fucking time.
I've seen
and it's
things.
Almost like it seems like a addiction, but then you got those people that it's like they can't go out unless they got coke.
Yep.
Like, you know, it's
like they'll drink crazy, but in order to balance it out, they'll take a little.
Right, but then you have people that are like, oh, I'll do it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I do it every weekend, but you don't have to do it during the week.
Yeah.
Then those people, it's like, I take a shot and I got to do coke. Like,
but that's sometimes it's tragic in those instances because the genesis of his drug use. Did y'all hear that story that he told on one of them interviews?
No.
That when he was younger, like 14 or 13, something like that, extra young, super young, like just getting into his teens, someone that he looked up to, like, yo, this is my guy. Like, whatever you do, I'm with you. You feel me? Like, don't worry about it. He pulled up on him and he had weed. And at that time, of course, 13, 14, like, he's just chilling. Like, he never drank before, never smoked. And the guy gave him a blunt. He was like, all right, fuck it, you doing it, I'm doing it. He smoked it and shit. And of course, first time smoking. So you already know it's different.
Paranoid.
Different. But he starts to feel some crazy. And then he realized after that the dude laced it with crack.
So
he laced the blunt with crack, bro.
Okay, but knowing
that's
us
OD.
being, you know what I mean? That's very, 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 very common in New York, especially in the projects. Literally, like, that's all they fucking do. When I moved back to New York and I went with my aunt and she's from Prospect Projects, so
they were putting crack in your shit?
No, I didn't smoke with him. There's this cute guy in the neighborhood. No, hell no. My aunt and my cousin didn't play that, but I was like, fuck it, you know. They're like, oh, she's all Florida. We gonna bring her back. She'll be fine. But he was cute, so I was like, okay, he's talking to me, whatever. And you know, New York niggas is a different type of swag. So I'm like, oh shit. My cousin snatched me up so quick, and when I got in the house, I got cussed out. My aunt was like, he fucking laces his blunts. I know him. He's a punk from out here. I didn't even like really understand it because I literally left from being a child. I didn't spend any teens in New York, and then I went back in my teens. So I'm like not thinking niggas is lacing blunts. Like, I'm not used to that. I didn't even smoke. I was just like, okay, trying to be grown, and then it went from there. And then I was like, oh shit, I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah. We're having a conversation about this. Think about this generation too, with like Mac, all these different artists that passed away because motherfuckers lace they shit with like fentanyl. So the cycle just keeps on going. Just keeps on going.
That is true. That is true.
That's why it was a big thing when I moved to the city, when I moved back to the city, you know, we were just shaking and baking, going to different events, doing interviews, things of that nature. So of course, when you're outside, you chilling or you're in agreement with whatever, people light up. And at first, like, I was like, yeah, we chilling, you feel me? But then as you grow and you hear instances like this, it's like, if I don't know you, bro, I'm not
smoking with you.
It's a dub. People may see it as disrespect. I'm like, you could take it whichever way you take it, you know what I mean? But you never know, bro.
And you don't know what it spirals into. Like, crack is different from coke, let me tell you that much. I don't know the flavors. I'm just telling you. I don't know the flavors? I just know that most people literally they get more addicted to crack. It's some minute. So it's like, just be very careful because you don't know what, just like fentanyl, it look like coke, but it's not. That bitch will do something different to you. So
OD.
I actually seen a post recently that said that if you basically lace or what is it, like you mix your crack with fentanyl, cut it. If you cut your crack with fentanyl or your coke with fentanyl, you should tell people, and if you don't and they die, you should be charged with a murder charge. Yeah. Because you know what the fuck that's doing.
Yeah. Hello. There's a lot of people that cut corners like that. They'll just like fill it with something else. You know what I mean?
Of course. I feel like back in the day, that shit was more pure. Now everybody finds a new way to make shit shake. That's why there's Molly.
That's why I don't do none of them shits, man. Give me the treat.
Pills
I mean, I had to dumb back on those specifics, all those things, only for the reason that, you know, not even abusing, but just using that for a replacement of something. Is
a good point.
Very, very detrimental. I mean, yeah, you know, a product of that environment. Not saying that, you know, I condone any of that, but some people did bend their ways for a little piece of happiness, I should say. So,
I mean, it's a piece of your story, bro. So
it is.
That's why just knowing you and all the stuff you went through, I feel like you had a different point of view when it comes to this because you've definitely seen that shit.
Yeah,
and experienced that shit.
I didn't want to dig any deeper and then, you know, end up exploring a world where I'm not even, like, nobody should go that route. Yeah. And you should have those outlets and people. And at that point, you know, I can't really say I'm empathetic in a way that what DMX is going through, because what he was going through in that specific era was never exposed to me. So I wouldn't understand. I can only listen to the music and be like, yo, you know, it's rap, but it's also poetry. There's everything inside of it is a piece of life that you take with you on an everyday basis. So with the drugs in that time of era and everything that was connected to him is going to be so much different now. Then you have, you know, your Juice WRLD, and you have everyone who's off of like perks and Xannies and to the big lengths, and I understand I can correlate more with that because that was the substances that was around, you know what I'm saying? So it's a tough subject, and I mean I say that to say like for anyone who sees people who go through these things or know they have a tendency like, yo, they're down, but they're going to go and find a way to be up and they're not going to go to you. Like always check up on your people. So in a sense, they won't go through that. If you just regularly check in and just be like, yo, you good? Even if you see in their shake, you just talk to them. Even if you got to spend 10 minutes and just be like, yo, everything's going to be all right. Like we'll talk. You're going to be good. And if you feel they're going into a dark place, you do what you got to do as a genuine human. But yeah, I know you can lead a horse to the water, but can't expect it to drink type
exactly.
shit.
And that's a great way to put it too, because the important thing that you mentioned earlier is just realizing when you're going down that road, it's like I'm not there yet, but I can definitely see that I'm substituting this to fill some sort of void. And if I continue going down that road, it could be a dub. You feel me?
It could be a dub.
And that's when all that shit happens, and then people around you start noticing you're not dependable no more. You start to look frail, and all this shit happens. That's why, like, just to correlate it back to DMX, bro. Like, I was just so glad to see him doing like fucking good. And we said it before, bro. It just takes out. I mean, who knows? Maybe there was like he relapsed a couple times. Who knows?
Yes.
But all it takes is one, bro.
It just takes one. That's
like
all
Len
it always
Bias.
does.
Y'all know about Len Bias?
No, I do not.
He was a basketball player that came up the same time that. Excuse me. The same time that Michael Jordan did, and he was nice, bro. Nice, just what? Dunking on everybody. Nice, bro. Athlete.
Drugs.
He gets drafted by the Celtics in a couple days. It's either the night of. Y'all could correct me by the way, but sometime after he got drafted by the Celtics.
Exactly.
He tried coke for the first time. OD'd and died.
Wow, that's OD.
For the first time.
Intended. That's crazy.
So it's like that's why I'm not with the play with that shit, bro.
Yeah.
With that shit.
Making me feel, that's crazy.
She mentioned it earlier because it's true. Everybody's body reacts different. And keep in mind, this is an athlete that was about to be a pro athlete. He's fucking built like a horse, you feel me?
He probably did. Like, people don't realize either when they're doing things like that, especially because it's an upper. So people are like, fuck it. Like I've seen people do so much coke in a night and I'm like, yo, are you good? Like, I don't know how you feel, but are you good? Because you energize like a motherfucker right now. And it's like your heart moving that fast after being like alcohol and all that shit mixed in. Your body cannot take that.
That's him with
like you literally, and depending on your size, as much you do can hurt you more. And then of course, if it's cut or anything like that, all those factors go into consideration. Exactly. And just you as a person, if you know when to stop, if you don't know when to stop,
man,
it goes from you could be trying it to dying from it. So.
And who's to say as well, we keep on going through this theme of people just lacing drugs. Who's to say, I don't know if they reported it back then, but who's to say it didn't happen to him? I mean, maybe they did some crazy shit, which caused him to have that sort of reaction. You feel me?
That's crazy, man.
Because homie,
so taken away by the war on
he
drugs,
was nice,
dog.
bro. Shit is crazy. There's a 30 for 30. If y'all haven't seen a 30 for 30 with Len Bias, a lot of y'all listening right now, y'all know the vibes because y'all know me. And y'all into the same shit I am. But if you haven't, it's a tragic story, of course, but just going through all that correlates exactly with the situation that we're having right now. You know what I mean?
It's such a sensitive topic too, because drugs are so easily accessible, and you can be a victim of just feeling low and just using that as a quote unquote upper.
I mean, I think it's same way alcoholism too. Like
that's true.
I'd say, I would never call myself an alcoholic. I like alcohol a lot though. But I did turn to alcohol and like hanging out, going out. There was a point where I was really sad. I went through a breakup and I was really sad and things in my life weren't going where they were. And I was like, you know what? Make me feel better? Going out. Because everybody going out doesn't know my business. I'm there to have fun. I'm going to drink, whatever. I used to go out literally 6 to 7 days a week all the time. I mean, I still woke up, did what I had to do, but that weighs on your body.
Of course,
like in the long run, it does. After 2-3 weeks, I'm like, okay, I've been out every day. I'm perfectly fine with that. I can go out. Fuck it. My body can do it. Yeah, okay. I got sick. And then when I was home, it was like I didn't know what to do with myself when I was home. So I didn't get like, I need alcohol. I don't have an addictive personality at all. And I've learned that about how much I drink for me not to have like a bar at home and like, you know what I mean? I don't
just
crave
not enough
liquor all the time. I like to drink, and when I drink, I go ham sometimes, but I don't need it. So
No,
I could tell I don't have that type of addictive personality. But I will say that without that, I guess, cushion for my emotions, when I didn't know how to be home alone. It was really hard for me to be home alone. I didn't know how to not be out. I was very like almost not doing what I used as a coping mechanism made me more. I mean, of course, it made me more sad, actually.
Yeah,
so I had to face reality and get happy with not covering up all my emotions, and then I was able to be happy again, truly. But I mean, people turn to different things. I personally didn't want to go to drugs, so I was like, fuck it, I got alcohol.
It's funny. I mean, I
and a good time.
Yeah, it's all a mental. It's a mental game between you and yourself.
Oh, for sure.
And sometimes it takes like sitting down and really evaluating. Damn, my voice is cracked. Evaluating the situation with yourself and realizing that it's a temporary fix for a long-term problem. It's not gonna. In the moment, I get it. That little buzz that you feel when you take your first shot or you take your first hit off, like a real good drag off a blunt, or not going to go into, too much details, but that first initial, like, it's like, all right, here, it takes you away for that moment. And people try to ride that for so long. And at one point I had to check one of my boys, and luckily he don't listen to this.
Right.
But, every day like this, he would want to smoke at least 10 blunts in a day, try to get in 10 blunts. And I'm like, my nigga, how much do you smoke to feel high? Like, what is the problem? Because I was matching with him, and I was like, damn. I'm like, yo, I'm good. Like, this one backwood was enough for me. I'm chilling. Like, I'm high. Like, what more do I have to smoke? He's like, nah, bro, we got to get in like 3 more. And
some people are, honestly though, with weed, it's a little bit tricky because some people aren't sad or going through anything.
Yeah.
They just really like to get high. Like, I have a good amount of friends that just like to get high. They just want to be high because it's just them wanting to be high. And I don't see anything, negatively wrong with that unless they are sad and then they're only getting high because they're sad and they don't want to talk. Then, of course, you want to talk to them because what if their weed runs out? What are they going to do? You know
so
what I mean?
It's weird because in his particular situation, it was like, not necessarily sad, but there was something. And like a majority of the time, it's not like you're going to link up with somebody, you smoke, and all of a sudden, like, they're going to tell you off rip, like, all right, so this is what's really going on with me, like, out of the nowhere, you know?
You get into conversation, you get into 3 blunts.
But the thing is, like, he's always trying to be high. And I'm like, bro, so what are you, like, I wanted to know, are you just being high because you just love the feeling of being high so much? I know, like, legit potheads who are just like, yeah, I don't want to be sober. I get it. Who doesn't want to feel on top of the world every single fucking minute of your life? I get it.
Right.
But he wanted to be so high that he was thinking about doing other things, and I was like, my nigga, like, you pack this. It almost feels like this backwood's about to blow up with bud, and you want to smoke 3 to 4 more blunts. How much more? Like, are you not high enough? What more high do you need? And he was just like, bro, I just need that. He's like, I have to smoke like this because he's like, I just got to be high. I can
think
understand.
Weed's a hard thing to have in this discussion because it depends, like, tolerance.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think I was basically saying it was the gateway. Like, I know a lot of people.
To other things,
yeah,
like
I know a lot of people was talking about like, oh, nigga, you can't be addicted to bud. It's the fucking tobacco leaves that y'all niggas smoke. And I'm like, bro, to be honest, you could be addicted to anything.
You could be addicted to weed, but it doesn't have the harsh effects like other drugs. But I know a lot of people that it's like they need to smoke to continue their day.
Exactly.
They have to smoke to be on their nerve.
Like a high functional smoker.
Literally, high functional smoker.
Yeah.
Like they have to smoke to start their day. They have to smoke to eat. They have to smoke to do things. That is an addiction, people. It's not a bad addiction. You know, y'all do your thing. There's nothing wrong, but it is an addiction.
Yeah.
Just like I like to drink, and when I drink, it goes crazy. I wouldn't call myself an alcoholic, but I will say I do have a small addiction to alcohol, at least while I'm out. You know, it's one of those things where it's not gonna kill you, but admit what it is. Let's not see it for something it's not. See it for what it is. Like, we like it, we like it.
It's
but
so funny.
Don't get addicted to coke. Don't get addicted to crack.
None of those major, none of that major shit.
Don't get addicted to anything that's literally like, okay.
Detrimental to your fucking lifestyle.
Well, alcohol is, and that's exactly why I don't keep a bar at my house.
Yeah.
I do wine, but I'll like drink a couple glasses here and there, but I try to tell myself don't drink too much. So I used to keep my house stocked up with wine, but I would finish 1 or 2 bottles a week, and that's a lot, honestly.
That is true.
For somebody, people don't realize that because they're like, oh, fuck that, I do that in a sitting, but you don't do that all the time.
No.
So if you're just replenishing, you're going to keep hurting yourself in the long run. Like, you really should only have 1 glass of wine a day. Realistically, that's what
that is true.
You're supposed to have.
A day.
Yeah, but if you're, abusing what you have, you shouldn't give yourself access to it. So for me, I don't keep liquor in my house. And I keep a couple of wine bottles at a time. No more than 3 are at my house. And then I don't keep liquor at my house unless I've like got it for the weekend and there's leftover, cool. And then it's usually there, but I don't stock up a bar.
Exactly. It's not like we're shaming having a drink if you had a stressful day. We get
do
it.
your thing. I'm talking about myself.
Yeah,
this is a singular issue for me. I don't want to get into that. So I don't think that I would, but I don't even want to test the waters of it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think, like, I'm not like, oh my God, I'm going to be an alcoholic if I have all this. I just don't know.
You know, so
and you don't want to test it. If you don't know,
that is true.
You don't know.
You don't want to dive into deep water.
You know,
because it's kind of hard to say like you don't have the addictive personality, but you would never even know.
I don't think I have it because I don't feel it that much. But what if I tempt myself so much?
That's true. You know, it's so funny. When I go downtown, I never have the tendency to want to drink. Never.
Really? Yeah, well, I mean,
it's weird because not gonna hold you. The last time we did have that little sautee and went out, I swear. I thought something was in the shit. I was like,
my friends and me drink a lot.
Yeah, but I was like, but I know how liquor hits, but when liquor was hitting, it was like, nah.
But we were drinking all day, I thought. Basically, from the brunch till then. Yeah. That was all day.
And when we went to the spot, what was that last spot before everyone just was like, yo, it was Room?
And then we went to Eden.
Eden was the last one.
Was the last spot.
Whatever the fuck was being brought around that shit, I told you.
We had tequila shots. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Is somebody else buying or making the shots?
No. I bought shots. Jackie bought shots. Like, we all bought our shots. I think it was a lot of mixing because at Room 22 we had different liquor. Okay. It was like I think white tea, stuff like that. That's vodka. Oh. So you were mixing tequila and vodka. That's why you felt unusual.
Yeah, but it almost felt like
juice.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know what I mean? All that sugar and that mix of liquor.
That was interesting.
It's going to hit you different if you don't drink like that.
Yeah, but I felt like, for instance, like I was off of one of those substances and I was like, yo, I either got to stop or check whoever the fuck just gave me this shit because now I'm starting to feel different. A little unusual. Different. Yeah, I was like.
I got Jay drunk, Kelly. And this was when my friend had a brunch like forever ago, but
long time, yeah.
We had white tea shots at the bar.
These are my favorite stories.
Right, we had white tea shots at the bar. We were drinking at the brunch before that, and then we switched to like tequila and stuff. But that's how I drink, so I didn't mind it. But it hit
she said that's
different.
how I drink.
Yeah, but you know what's so funny? I had to know. I was like,
you know me.
Wait, did you eat beforehand?
We went to brunch.
We had brunch, but that was like nothing serious.
The brunch wasn't that good.
No, it wasn't.
I remember us all complaining about our food.
I was just like, damn. But yeah, other than that, so I had a few bites, and then after that, bro, it was just kind of like, nah, bro. The last few things of shots was, but it wasn't like I was drunk. It was kind of like, yo, I'm getting a weird feeling, and I'm calling in the night because this shit is hitting.
Brunches, bro.
once they spill over, if you don't leave, that initial brunch is over, bro. You're not going home.
Your whole day is set for you.
I can't tell you how many times that's happened. Like, I bet, boom, boom. We get there like 11, whatever the case is. You have fun. You got your unlimited. You eat good. And it's like, I bet, let's go over here.
Nah.
Over, bro. You don't leave till like 2 a.m. You're like, yo, how did this turn into an all day thing? And then you wake up the next day fucked up.
Yeah, but it's a vibe.
Do you know how many times I disappeared from them because that's just what I do?
Yeah,
they were all drunk, but I'm used to it, so I wasn't drunk.
Yeah.
I was literally drinking with them, but I wasn't drunk. I disappeared.
Left me with a group of people that I just met one time. I was just like,
they loved you.
Yeah, they were cool people, but I was like, low-key, I was like, well, if Neil's not here.
She was in a corner like this.
Yeah.
No, they all were texting me too, and it was a whole group, and I'm like, fuck, why can't y'all just be friends?
I tried to leave her alone to the best of my ability. I was just like, yo, you do your thing, but I don't usually go to. I don't go to downtown by myself though. I don't whip myself downtown.
Yeah.
I don't take. I can't. It's just
I'm
weird.
the opposite, so that's why I'm a wanderer.
Yeah.
Like I had to hit
because, bro, I had a hard time parking and just remembering where I parked and like checking the thing. I had a homeboy pull up. He's like, bro, it's free after this time. You don't have to. I'm like, I'm good, bro. I appreciate that. Like,
help.
Because I'm like, he knows I'm acting like, yo, am I good here? And he's like, oh, well, if he look like he don't know he good here, I'm going to make sure his car good type shit. I'm like, yo, keep going. Like, I know I got it. I just don't know where the fuck I am.
He's like, you a tourist now? I live here. Oh, great. Oh. I'm surprised you wouldn't be scooting around.
Oh, nah.
I don't
one
live
of those.
that close.
Well, now, the other spot you were pretty close, no?
Not close enough to scooter. They don't reach that far. But I
what?
Yeah.
What do you
mean?
live
10 minutes
scooter
in a car.
That shit wouldn't reach over there?
No, there's certain zones. They stop at certain zones and then start back up.
Because people would fucking steal them.
Yeah,
I mean, you can still steal them.
People will bring them to the house and ride around. But yeah, no. So I scoot from like if I want free parking, I'm being cheap. I'll park on like Roslyn and I'll take a scooter to Orange.
Smart.
Interesting.
That brunch, it gets crazy, bro. Imagine Nisa on the scoot afterwards.
Yo, I did have scootered and my hair is blowing in the wind and heels.
Yo, so crazy. That looks so crazy.
Did y'all see that TikTok of homegirl who was at the brunch?
Oh, yes.
How it ended. Oh, my. Have you seen it?
No,
we pulling this up right now.
I definitely need to see it.
We pulling this up right now.
This is me.
How do you even look that up?
This is me after 3.
When they're drunk.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people be looking strung the fuck out.
Right. Oh my God.
I don't even want to sound
scary.
Strung the fuck out. I just watched a close friend story of this girl over the weekend, and her and everybody she was with looked so strung out. And the only thing I could think was, thank God you're smart enough, or like not smart enough, but like coherent enough to only put this on your close friends. Because if you accidentally put this shit on your regular, you would look wild, like wild. And all of them are beautiful girls. And I was just like, oh shit. I mean, but I'm not judging. People get drunk. It is what it is.
Yeah, but
it was
just
so
aside.
They just look crazy. Like I've never looked crazy like that drunk. Like I've been dummy drunk, but like I just don't look
That's
like crackheadish.
Yo,
what you think?
Crackheadish, that's different.
Like crackheadish is different. Like I've definitely been turned and been like, okay, I'm passing out, but I look angry. I don't look like hair's fucked up, wild. Like I look angry when I'm drunk.
I think the reason why I really
stopped everybody when I'm to that blacked out point.
That's crazy. Nah. No blacking out.
I'm like, yo, stop fucking talking to me. I just want to drink.
See, that's why I stopped drinking, because I was overly aggressive. But what happened in this fucking...
You give me aggressive drunk.
No, I really am. Like on go type shit. That's why I stopped for the very longest time.
You're on go sober. Remember when I got here, was this the last time we were in here? And he was really aggressive by my door. And I was like, God damn. That had to be the last one. I got out the car like, are you good? I came in high. I don't think it was the last one.
Yeah.
It was whenever I was high and I was chilling and he was just very aggressive. I was like, yo.
It was the last one.
Are you good?
No, it wasn't.
It was the one before that. It was the one before that. And I was just like, I'm vibing. And he was like, yeah. So I was like, God damn, do you want to bite? But I'm just trying to vibe.
I'm going to let y'all know, if I ever get to that level of drunk stupidity. Belligerent drunk.
That's literally what it is.
Make sure, put me in a car, just relax and just take me home.
I've seen...
Because this shit that happened to this poor girl, they didn't even show...
You got no friends if all your friends don't look like that and you're the only one that looks like that and they got you hanging out while they look straight and
this
you
is
look
me.
crazy,
but here's the problem.
Stop it, because they need to take you to the bathroom and
that
fix you up.
There was a family. There was a family of these.
So we're going to play this.
Lord.
Hopefully it plays, but... I mean, I'm gonna mute the mics real quick so you can hear it because we don't got headphones, and then we'll see what's up. All right.
After 4 mimosas.
This is me after 8 mimosas.
This is me after 2 mimosas.
This is me after 2
Me
mimosas.
after, I think, 6 mimosas. This is me after 7 mimosas.
This is me after 2 flights of mimosas.
Flights.
This is me.
This is me after all the flights of mimosas. Don't talk, I'm videoing. Oh she's getting on her shoulders.
Nah, this is so ungood. It's okay.
Stop it.
Lost them shits, boy.
When
investigators got there, they
teeth.
Lost them shits.
So what the scenario might have been? He was running, tripped. She ate pavement. Took
Well,
a
it
big.
didn't look like he had the best balance anyway, bro. Like
After a flight
I
of
can easily
mimosas.
see him go.
Boom.
I cannot imagine getting on somebody's shoulder. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I have
Oh,
a video
Jesus.
of me drunk as fuck at a tailgate on someone's
Tailgates
shoulders,
to do it.
but it was my friend. But tailgates to do it, but we're in grass and there's hella people around. So if I fell, somebody was gonna grab me.
Yeah.
And he also wasn't running. We were just dancing, like we were just bopping.
In place movement.
Yeah, like in place movement. If we were moving, it was like a couple steps, but it was really for the video. And then I probably got off it. I might have caught a football, honestly, and then got off his shoulder. But I don't like.
You caught her on his shoulders? Mm-hmm. That's pretty good.
Those are my homeboys.
Athletic
So
as
like
shit.
that's what we did. We got drunk as fuck and acted wild. Because tailgate, you go with all your friends. But I'm not running on concrete
never
with
been.
nobody
Never
drunk
been
on their
either.
shoulders.
Yeah, that wasn't
On
the best
concrete?
move.
I mean,
But why she? Even if you like, if you cover your face with your arms, you don't think you'd save your teeth?
But
you
you lit,
can
so
say,
I don't
but
really
you
think
gonna scrape up.
I highly doubt she saw it coming, bro. Like
She was too drunk, and her hands were all the way out here, anyways. How I'm
Oh, I
assuming.
could just imagine the pain the next day.
You could
'Cause
hear
you know
it.
you don't feel that.
yeah,
You
That's
don't
a
feel that.
shock.
the adrenaline you feel it the next day.
All you
though.
do is
feel
feel
that bitch
straight
next day,
gums
your
and
shit is-
tongue.
Apparently, when it first came out, Chris was on it, and I was like, "Yo, has homegirl like responded?" Apparently, she responded, and they were able to grab the teeth and get her to the place quick enough that they were able to like glue them in. So she still has her own teeth, but I don't know how the fuck that works.
I feel like your gums
Glued
will
your
rot
shit.
and
That's what I'm
then
saying.
Eventually,
But
fall
motherfuckers
out.
be out here with veneers and all that, so I don't know, man.
I
She
don't know,
just
but I
ruined
have
her
heard that
smile
you can
from
stick your tooth back in because you just jam it into the gum and your gums heal around your tooth.
I mean,
But
that could be
that's-
you just
no.
answered it. Maybe
No,
that's
but
yeah,
that's-
your
but
gums
that-
do heal
that's-
around your tooth, so that probably is what it is.
Miss Orthodontis face. You better know this.
That's prone to infection. You gonna have a dry socket, maybe.
Well, you
But
have
she
to
was
clean
saying to
your
oral surgeon,
mouth
I'm
and
pretty
stuff.
sure,
Yeah,
huh?
I'm
You
sure
know?
she
I
wasn't
would
just.
fucking hope so. They went.
Bro, when I first saw that shit, I was like, oh.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Oh, my
Yo,
She looked like a
God.
After
crackhead.
8 mimosas, god damn.
Because you
not-
see her smile throughout the whole thing, you know what I mean?
Not
So
the
after the
gummies.
fact, that shit is.
You know what? I'm one of those that like
Not
I see
the
the video
gaps.
and I look at the comment
Not the
first
gaps.
like an idiot. I'm like,
Yo,
damn,
her
this
whole
didn't end
tongue
well.
could fit through that shit.
Yo,
That shit was rough. I was like, damn, bro. But that goes to say, y'all,
She's
just
just,
be
like,
safe when
kinda
you
sad.
brunching.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Be safe when you brunching. Know your limits.
Exactly.
And don't clown nobody's shoulders.
On concrete.
All right.
Everyone.
That's
Don't.
That shit
Your
is
wild.
rough.
teeth are very sensitive.
That shit is
Even
rough.
if you chipped a tooth, that's crazy.
Christina had a bad experience at brunch not too long ago, and then the following week she went to the same place. I was like, look at you. Back.
Oh, drunk?
They know
Back
she was
again.
coming back.
I'm like, yo,
They know she was coming back.
why we like just stop it.
That's what the drug does.
Listen, man, that brunch is a different. We were talking about drugs earlier. That brunch is a drug, bro.
It
Brunch
is.
You be
is an
addicted to that
addiction.
vibe, bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, it's the
It's
alcohol.
the vibe.
It's
It's,
the vibe.
literally the vibe. It's hanging out. I was telling Jay that I had an addiction of going out to cope with being like in my own personal life. So I'm like, people don't know what you're going through when you're out.
Mm-hmm.
They just know we're here to have a good time and vibe out.
OD.
So
Get numb.
Definitely worth
and then
it.
get home.
It's not until you see people using it and doing it excessively. They get to that point every week. You're like, nah, bro. Like, we
You
gotta
good?
have this
Do you have a job
conversation.
still?
Like, I don't know
Like-
what's going on,
It's
but
all right.
right.
They're gonna have a
Shit.
biopsy
There you go.
coming up.
listen. And Lord forbid they do a hookah brunch. It's over. It's over.
They do
Yo.
hookah brunches.
Who does hookah brunches?
This place called
Muay Thai?
Mackay or some shit.
Mackay
Okay.
Pfeiffer?
Yeah, Mackay
man.
Pfeiffer. No, I think it's
I thought you said MacGyver. I was like,
something.
you
It's by that
you weird fuck.
It's by Istanbul on I Drive.
Oh, I've only heard of that place, but I've never
Yeah,
been. That's
they
a
have
24-hour
food.
spot, right? The hookah
Istanbul,
spot?
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
right next to it. They have food and they
Yeah.
have hookahs.
I want to go. My man Ronnie.
I've been.
Y'all met Ronnie.
Yeah.
He was on the pod a couple times.
Yes.
He loves that place, bro. He's addicted to that fucking
Really?
place. He
I've been
keeps
there
on
till
telling
like
me.
5 a.m. one time. It was horrible.
He said it's a little on the
Bro.
higher end side, like when it comes to like the price for the hookah, but
it's
it's
worth
like
it
you
'cause they give
chilling.
you big-ass
$45 for that
But they
lemon
give you
flavored
big
hookah.
ass hookahs though
I'm
that you
in,
can
bro.
share amongst
That's what-
multiple
The last
people,
time I had
so-
hookah at brunch, bro,
I need
was
a
in
personal.
Dykeman, like years ago. I can't
And
even
you
think off
haven't
the top of my
hookah
head.
Brunch
Oh,
since then.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like you said, you just named one
That means
place
you-
that's in I Drive. You feel me? Like I'm not going that far, bro.
Oh
You
right, I
got-
forgot you live in fucking
Like
Egypt.
true, yeah, true.
Yeah, I live closer.
I'm not trying to make that move, but that Istanbul though. Matter of fact, we should fuck with that.
That should be one of the spots. Y'all could drive to my house. I live closer, so I'll drive there.
That would
Yeah.
be fire.
That would be
Ronnie,
lit.
if you listen to this right
24
now,
hours, so bring
meet us there.
Christina.
Facts.
Got
Well,
to.
now, with my new schedule, I'm gonna have these weekends off. So
Okay, best. So we have
Say
the same
that.
schedule then.
litty.
Ish lit.
Well, I'm getting on a full-time schedule, so
He said I'm gonna be
weekends
working
is-
7 days.
You
Completely?
too? Oh, your weekends are done.
Yeah, my weekends are pretty much.
So they gave you your hours back. Like it's litty.
No, meaning my weekends I work.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
they gave you hours back, which means you get hours.
Yeah.
Like
So they
full-time hours,
they
I
stopped
mean.
playing me. Yeah, they stopped playing me.
Well, that's good.
They better,
Money in
man.
your
They had
pocket.
to.
Fuck
Took
it.
them too
It
long.
took fucking forever. I was about to leave, but then I don't even want to get into the work spiel.
Yeah.
We
Just
not
know
here
you
to talk
getting
about work.
money. Where the money reside? Where the money reside?
Where the money motherfucking reside. We could do it like on a I was
No.
gonna say yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. We might have to sit it out. We're gonna carry a cutout of you if you can't.
Oh
come.
my gosh, that's embarrassing.
Have you
That works
smoking and
out.
shit?
Nah, that'd be like, oh, we wear a shirt with your face on it
Oh, that's lit. We can make that.
or a button.
Why don't we all
gotta
make
be
shirts
easy
with
to eat.
each of our
You
faces
gotta
on
be
it?
easy,
The Deadass
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, that's
Ooh, just like this Kobe shirt that you have on.
yeah, we'll
and
do
Gigi.
it. You know what? I'll wear Kelly,
Damn.
and you wear Nisa.
I have to wear my own. Well, fuck
No,
me.
my
then,
bad.
I
No,
guess,
man.
y'all.
You
Y'all
wear
wearing each
you
other's
wear.
and I wear my own. It's fine.
No,
I wear
damn, that's
myself all the
crazy.
time. That's fine.
Nah, I
That's
didn't.
fine.
I tried to plan that out, but the way it came,
Perfectly
my
Yeah,
bad.
planned out perfect. She wears her own fucking
I
shirt.
wear my
You
own
feel me?
shit. It's all right. I'm wearing my own shit now.
It
So,
is, hey,
so you know.
Ooh,
talk to
oh,
him.
nigga, what?
You know, for those
to
of you who
him.
don't know, I have an exclusive. Sorry if I offend you. Hoodie on right now.
That shit
Low
is
flavor
fire.
in the front, a lot of flavor in the back.
Hello.
Hello.
Did I tell you that one time I walked into like a random bar. I was looking for somebody, so I was in and out because it wasn't there. And there was a live band performing. Well, it wasn't a band. It's probably like two dudes. But I go in, they not there. I'm walking out, and as I'm walking out, the stage is behind me, and the guy's singing. He's like, "Oh, this guy just flicked me off. That's cool." I was like, "Yo, what are you talking?" Oh, I was like, "Yeah." You deserve it.
Interesting.
In Palm
deserve it.
Springs, I wore my red hoodie, and when I was in the store, this guy literally was like laughing, and then he came up next to me. He was like, "I like your hoodie," but keep in mind, it's real Caucasian. It's like the fucking desert. The only people who live out there are people who
The
are like
desert?
retired. That's what Palm Springs is.
Really?
It's a desert. Mhm.
The desert.
Yeah, it is.
You're not catching
that's
me
like
out
a
there.
vacation spot, or
The
like
desert?
people who don't really
Retire
want a
and
lot,
shit?
like retired or don't want a lot of city life. Yeah.
Oh,
so
one of those.
it's a desert. It's like Arizona.
My kind of
But,
people.
I mean,
I've
Arizona's a
never
little
heard of
bigger
this.
city, but yeah, it's just like that. But this guy was laughing. He was like, "I really like your hoodie," and I don't have to lie. But
Listen,
I
I'm
really
sorry
like
if
your
you
hoodie.
offended, but
So I gave him my website, but he didn't buy it.
Of course not.
He was
Listen,
like
he got the
probably
info, though.
60.
he was
he got-
60 years old.
He's 60. He
That's
was definitely
funny.
he had gray hairs in his beard and his hair.
That's funny.
So he's definitely like 60. So I was
You
like, I
gave the
fuck with you.
60-year-old man your website. He don't even know how
People
to work
know
that
how
shit.
to shop online.
Nah,
You better shop.
not at
Check
60.
out. I
don't
mean,
got
I
no
didn't have
damn
any on here.
Instagram.
Should I have given him the one off my back?
You said you
Oh,
could
did
buy
you?
it.
Nah.
Like, yo, you can have this.
You got my smell on it.
How much you
Yeah.
got? You just
It
bought.
costs a
you
little
just,
more for
Costs
that.
a little
You
more.
just bought some like some beer and shit. Like I know you got some
I
change.
didn't have
bro.
a shirt
like,
under.
what's
I'm
up?
not gonna lie, so there was no possibility.
That would have been better for him. He would have bought
Right.
it quicker.
Wow.
Maybe tip me a little bit too, huh?
Wow.
Bought my
He
groceries.
said,
All right. So what is this? An OnlyFans conversation?
"Listen, only
Ways to get
Palm
money
Springs,
quickly.
you
Where
heard?
the money
Palms.
reside? Where the money reside?
Imagine she go to Palm Springs, she come back with a bag. Like, yo, what happened?
I got that bag on me.
I sold all
I
the
got the
clothes
bag
off
on.
my back.
Wow.
Why'd you say wow like that?
Wow.
Wow. Oh my god.
What would you say if Christina sold the shirt off her back to a random man? That
She would have
if
another
she
shirt to
made
put on.
like a-
How
if
much you
she
got
made
for
like
it?
a hoodie and then sold it off her back, what would you say?
How much you got for it? How much?
Oh, you said fuck it?
How much you got for her?
$100.
If she got $100 for selling that shit off her back,
Well, I mean,
get your grind on.
Is it a?
Well, my hoodie's a 50, so
Yeah.
100 is.
You
just
wasn't
basically
titties
buying
out
two.
under the hoodie though.
No, I was a bra out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So that
You know what
makes
I
it
mean?
cool.
Yeah, you
What
just
is-
get back in your car,
what
bro.
the
Right,
fuck are we?
fuck it.
You just go into your car, right?
Right.
Or you was on your scooter out there.
I was on my scooter out there.
Or
You
the
know.
ATV?
Are they don't even do that, right? They just electric now. You
They're just electric. You literally press the. You kick off though. You do a kickstart.
them shits be
For
getting me
push.
tight when I'm downtown. I be seeing them shits. I'm
I feel like
yo.
we-
I just
Lupe
don't
on
want to
that
be
shit.
that person though. I don't
Kick
want to
push.
be that guy who's on it. It just looks.
Nah, cause
funny.
then you gotta freak it and
Nah,
start
them
doing the
shits are
tricks, bro.
fast.
You gotta
Them
start
shits are
fucking up,
fast.
like fucking them up, doing fucking those
Little-
tail spins and shit.
Yeah, hit your shin, bust your shit.
Yo,
Okay,
remember back in the
trans-
day? That used to be the blow.
Transitioning. I ain't got no teeth, apparently. Transitioning the conversation. We're talking about if you let your girl let somebody else buy something off her back. Would you let somebody else buy her food? Would you let them go on dates with her if they're just friends?
Huh?
Is
Your
it
girl.
is it called a date?
Is it a friend date?
Oh, it's the same shit that we was talking about before.
Like, okay, if your girl goes on a friend date, put it that way. Is your girl allowed to go on friend dates? Is there such thing as a friend date?
I'm not tripping. I'm not seeing that as a date though.
Yeah, that's the
Friend
thing.
date.
Yeah,
That's
we
why
don't
I put
see
the
that
friend
thing.
date in front of it.
Well,
Yeah,
to
well-
It's like
me,
a friendship instead of a relationship.
No, I know that, but
They
I'm saying
hanging out.
a
It
date,
ain't dating.
a date to me is like nighttime. You going to like
Well, I
dinner,
go on-
shit like that.
I go on friend dates with my homegirls. Like, I call them friend dates with my homegirls. With my homeboys, it's like, we're going to grab food.
Yeah.
We're going to grab drinks. We're going to grab food. But
It's the
nothing-
context
we're
that
sitting
you put it
It's the
into.
context you put it into. But I think it all means the same thing because the friend date is literally just you and your friend going out to get food, get drinks,
Yeah.
whatever, and you're just enjoying each other's time. But it's just you guys. It's just putting a funny label on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she a grown ass woman. She can do what she want.
That's
I
exactly
agree.
what I was just about to say.
I'm one that goes on a lot. If you call it friend date, I go on a lot of friend dates, and it's not like it's nothing like that. We go and talk about sports. We go
Yeah.
and talk about music. We go and talk about
She's the bro.
other guys and other girls.
People be
Things
getting
like
weird
that.
with
It's
shit like that these days. Like this is back in the day, whatever the case is. Like, you know, women have their own brains too, guys. You know what I mean? I feel
Word,
like a lot of
like,
niggas like,
what?
no,
Right.
I'll never let my girl go out.
I'm
and-
like, nobody's a possession.
Same thing for
Shut the
men
fuck
though.
up.
When I seen a TikTok, I'm like, shit. I know I'm the main person. I always say I seen a post or a TikTok, but I did.
TikTok.
I seen a TikTok and this girl was like, when the guy that I like says he has a girl best friend, and then she had a whole like it was like a whole basically she'll drop him.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, I went through that too. The last year, one of my really close guy friends for I want to say like 3-4 years about literally completely dropped me overnight just because his
'Cause you got a girl.
wasn't comfortable. And
Yep.
keep in mind, I had told him date her, move in with her, keep whatever, giving him really good advice and saying do whatever. She was still a little jealous bitch, and she fucking told him not to be my friend.
Insecure,
And he chose
man.
He chose to not be my friend because of it, and it is what it is. But to me, I think that's immature. I know that I could be just friends with guys, so I don't think like anything of it, unless I'm made to think something of it.
Exactly.
But that's the way you should think about it. That's exactly how it should be. I feel like people, it's just insecurity,
Life be
dog.
hitting full circle.
Face, super face.
All right.
We all grown adults, man. If you caught
Honestly.
up on some high school, I was having this conversation the other day, not just about this, just about
In general.
just random drama that shouldn't be drama. It's like high school shit. We're all, in my opinion, as soon as at least like 25 or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
At least stop that shit at 25 or something. Everybody's different, of course, but I'm just saying.
Like the high school sweetheart bullshit, like that whole.
If you keep on continuing with just random drama that shouldn't be drama, and you not an adult being able to, when you have issues, you talk about it with your people. You feel me? If you're not at that point, bro, like I got no time for that, bro. Like this,
Exactly.
some shit happened last weekend. I was very similar to that. I was like, bro, I'm not even gonna entertain this because this shit is it's little kid
Pointless
shit.
waste of time.
Right.
Y'all motherfuckers did the same shit in high school, bro. Y'all about 30.
My thing is as we get older, we realize a lot of people have different mindsets. Some people have mindsets you want to fuck with, and some people don't. And there's no gender on a mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you feel like if you're a male, you can only have, not you, but just in
No, in
general,
general,
like
yeah.
people who have this mindset where, oh, my significant other, whoever I'm fucking with, can't have a friend or a close friend of the same sex or opposite sex, I'm sorry, and can't hang out with somebody of the opposite sex without me. Why do you feel that way? Because there's people people are people. Just because it's a boy or a girl, just because they look good or they don't.
What does the gender have to play the role?
Gender doesn't have a role. Looks don't really have a role if there's a genuine friendship in there.
Exactly.
That's why I say if there's reason to be jealous, if there's reason to question it, then by all means, of course, handle it, investigate, do whatever you have to do to get your respect from the situation and be happy. But if there is no real reason, if it's just an assumption, a jealousy, an immaturity,
insecurity.
I know a lot of girls that literally they don't like to be friends with men. Like, they're so girly, so they're associates with guys, but they'll never hang out with the guy. They don't have a lot of guy friends. They have guy, like, they'll call him their friend, but it's just
like
their
cordial.
associate. Yeah, like they're cordial.
No, you got it right.
They may go out here and there, but they're not going to hang out with that person. They're never going to kick it with them. That's fine. But not every female's like that. Just like not every male only hangs out with guys all the time. Not every male wants to, go play ball every fucking day or whatever.
Yeah.
They want to hang out with a mixed group. And sometimes they want to go get food. Like my homeboy, David, shout out to him. We actually have this thing where we literally always try new food places together.
Oh,
and
that's
this
lit.
Is literally
that's lit.
just there's
That's your
nothing
friend.
to it. It's my homeboy. We don't always split the check, but sometimes we do. And it's just like, it's nothing like that. He's never held my hand. We've never kissed. We've never done anything inappropriate. When we talk about the girls. I literally always say, who are you talking to now? Or are you found a new bitch? And we'll talk about that. And he'll be like, you fucking with somebody? And I'll show him a guy if I do. And we talk about shit like that. It's never, if we talk about anything like sexual or anything like that, it's us doing it with other people.
Of course.
It's
a conversation between two individuals that are really close together.
Exactly.
And it's just a friendship.
A friendship and enjoying good food. And sometimes, most of the time actually, we never even talk about that type of stuff. We talk about sports coming out, music, concerts, travel, things like that, friend groups, obviously the drama in between like friendships
Little
or things
stuff,
maybe going on situational events, our own personal lives, goals we have. We talk about shit friends do. Just because it's a guy and a girl means absolutely nothing. And I think that's crazy that they feel like, oh, well, you can't go, ain't no such thing as having a opposite sex best friend, or you can't hang out with them. You can't have like do a friend date, stuff like that. Like, who are you? Who are you? Honestly, to me, it's a who are you?
It's a big thing. I think it's a deep rooted insecurity.
For sure. It's a lot of hurt, and that's one thing
I get it.
I will say I understand. I get it, but if it is there and you're dealing with like, okay, let me speak to the women that have gotten cheated on, and their man has said, oh, it's just a friend, and the girl acts like it's nothing, and it turns around that they have fucked with each other. I feel you, sis, because that's fucked up. That is, but that's not the case for everybody. Just like every guy is not a bad guy. After you get cheated on, you can't go into any situation thinking that the guy is going to cheat. Same thing with guys. You can't go into everything thinking that a girl's a thought because your ex was a thought. You're never going to be happy that way.
Yeah, you can't carry that over.
Old baggage. And God forbid you do get hurt again. That's a part of life. It's a part of taking chances, and it's a part of life that you got hurt again. Not everybody's going to do that to you. But if you keep with that mindset that everybody's the same, you're never going to truly be happy. Or when you want to be truly happy, you could be fucking up something good because you're letting your insecurities get in the way of it. And with my situation, I don't know. I haven't talked to him, and I'll never talk to him again in my life. So let's say
I wouldn't say never, but
I will say never. I'm very on that. To me,
tough.
I was really respectful about the situation. Even when I found out what it was, he told me, and I was just like, "Is there a way I could talk to her? Like whatever." She didn't want to talk to me. She didn't want to give me a chance. Yeah, she didn't want to talk to me. She didn't want to get it. It was all like flames. So I was like, okay, that's fine. She doesn't have to talk to me. She doesn't have to be cool with me. But I want to get it out that I made an effort to do that because there's nothing inappropriate about our friendship or anything. We barely even hung out. We lived in 2 different cities. We were just best friends. And it was literally just us always talking to each other, venting to each other, stuff like that. It was never anything more. So I told him, like, whatever. And he was like, well, I already tried to let her know, like, what it was. And it just isn't going to work out like that. Like, she's not trusting it. Okay, let's say, I wish them the best. I don't have no hate in my heart towards it. It is what it is. I'll never be his friend again. Because in my opinion, I'll never give somebody's friendship up for something like that. But, to each his own, however they want to handle situations. But with me, I'm like, if he tries to talk to me when they're broken up, you lost a friend forever. So maybe down the line he might think about it, and that could cause a rift in their like what he thinks about her, because it's like me and him were very, very close, and I helped him through a lot of shit, just like he helped me through a lot of shit. And you don't just forget those people that have been in your life.
Of course not.
Especially
You
when they
can't.
never did anything dirty for you to not fuck with them.
Exactly.
It was your significant other telling you, you can't fuck with them, you can't fuck with them. Let's say shit goes sideways with their situation. Now he's lost a forever friend forever. You know what I mean?
She said forever.
I mean,
so you could be ruining things for their life. And people, you never know how somebody is with their friends. You don't know if they don't talk to anybody at all, and then they find somebody that's somebody that they can talk to, and then God forbid, you come in between that relationship, that friendship, and it'll never be the same, and you guys break up and you're not there for them, whatever it may be. You may do something to them in the long run.
Fuck it.
Don't be the person that you don't want someone to be to you.
Yeah, don't be insecure, y'all.
Yes, indeed.
Just be people.
Just be respectful. Have the right conversations. No assumptions. Just
no
like
assumptions.
You said, no
honestly,
assumptions.
Keep
Just
situations out for yourself.
exactly.
And if you get hurt, you get hurt. Fuck it. You dust yourself off. And there's another day, another relationship, another person.
Facts. That's your fault if you get hurt, by the way.
Damn.
But listen, man, episode 141 right here, live and direct, wherever you listen to us to. You feel me? We'll be back next week. Hopefully some good stuff happens with this whole DMX situation, of course, man. Prayers, love to X, man, Uncle X. We love you. You feel me? We out of here, you heard?
Yo.